And it would be a classic broadcast of mine if I didn't have some kind of pre-race issues, but we are finally live here for the Road and Plate Palm Rat Golf Series season. This is season 7 at Daytona to kick things off. Qualifying just got over. Sorry we couldn't bring that to you, but we, of course, are going to give you the starting lineup here in just a moment. I'm Joshua Coppernell. I'm joined by Jonathan Canfield. John, it's been a while, but you're back, and going to ask you how you are, and we'll go into the starting lineup. So, how you doing?
Josh, I am doing great. I'm ready to be back here for another season of the Palm Rat Golf Road and Plate Series. Appreciate everyone, including the league owners and everybody giving me the break during that time of the summer series. Took some time for myself, took some time for mental health, and with that being said, I will encourage, if you need help, go get help. If you need to get on any kind of medication, or if you just need somebody to talk to, my personal inbox is always open, and there's always a phone number to call. 988 is your suicide hotline, but you can always call somebody. Call therapist, call professional. Call somebody. Get yourself help.
Absolutely. We're going to go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup for tonight. And how about that Matt Slosher on the pole? He was the Summer Shootout champion, and he's starting off the season on the right foot by taking the pole for the sprint race. Let's see if that transitions over into a win in the sprint and maybe even the feature. But Michael McCoy starts in second. Third's going to be Brandon Brush. Levi Powell starts fourth. Fifth, Robert Brobst. Chris Winslow starts sixth. Seventh, Larry Johnson. And Laura Wiseman starts eighth. Ninth place, Tom Wendt. And Brian Molitor will start in 10th.
Your 11th place starting spot is going to be Chuck Labano, followed by his row 6 buddy of Dustin Bali to the outside in that 12th position. 13th, you'll see Ryan Campbell. 14th will be Sam Stoner as they make up row 7. Row 8 and 15th, you'll see Mark Royce and Jacob Phillips in the outside in that 16th position. Back to row 9, we'll see Daniel Ott in the 17th position with Jay Bast on that 18th spot. Row 10, Andrew White and James Moore going to round out your top 20 here tonight.
21st, going to be Aaron Bray. Sean Campbell starts 22nd. 23rd, Derek Fiquette and Nicholas Nunez will start 24th. 25th, Evan Hoopchak and Dakota Reed starts 26th. And shotgun on the field, it's Christopher Logan in 27th. That is our starting lineup for tonight here at Daytona for the sprint race. And John, it's Daytona. You can spin the roulette wheel, and who's it going to land on for your pick to win the sprint race?
The sprint, I think track position's key, but I don't think being in the front is good right now. Short race, I think it's going to be a little hectic, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull for the 5 of Robert Brobst. Seen him be good on the speedways, and he's definitely shown some life here as he puts it up in the top 5 to start. So again, track position I think is going to be important, but you don't want to be directly up front. You want to be at least the first 2 to 3 rows.
This is the time to shine if you are Laura Wiseman, a fantastic plate racer for the driver of the 84. I think Wiseman finally gets it done. Going to start from the 8th position. Laura Wiseman, I picked to win the sprint race, and we'll see. Maybe even the feature, too.
So we started off on the right foot here with Daytona, but we're doing it under the lights in southern Florida. Got that 400 machine going to bring them to the green. iRacing pace car bringing them around turns 3 and 4. Josh, we cannot go on without the speculation of the chaos, even in a short race here. The chaos that can happen with this car, with these drivers, what we've seen them put this car through. I'm excited. I love the ARC car. I think this is the ARC car. I could be wrong. Yeah. But I love this car. It's definitely provided some good racing. I'm glad to see a league that's sticking with it, and that's going to put on another great show here as the pace car pulls off.
Pace car is in, and inside the restart zone, the green flag's going to fly. We're underway here for season number 7 of the Road and Plate Palm Rat Golf Series at Daytona. And how about Michael McCoy having a really good jump on that outside line? He's got help from Powell. Now Slosher.
That good start. That's going to be something to talk about later. Initial start, obviously, going to be on the green flag, but later we're going to be talking about the race to the line. You're going to have to anticipate whoever the leader is when he goes to try and keep the lines even, but also you're going to need your partner out back to be able to push his. We already see what looks like some potential 3-wide picks. Looks like Molitor is going to get put in the middle. 3-wide there. Oh, almost contact there as they come up off of turn 4.
Driver's flirting with trying to go to that outside line. First one was Dustin Bali. He's been super aggressive at trying to make this move happen in the past. Well, you mentioned Brian Molitor, and he's there. There's some contact. Around goes, I believe that's Johnson, the 64 machine. Molitor, heavy damage. Stoner, I just saw, up against the wall. Oh, my goodness. A lap into the season.
Certainly didn't take long, and I mean, I hate to be the announcer's jinx, but we just talked about it right as we brought it up.
3 wide, 2 rows deep, but it started a little bit ahead. Oh my goodness.
It's like
Jay Bass.
Say Bali looked like he made a move to the middle there as Molitor might have been looking to his outside.
Bali got underneath Wiseman.
And car on the bottom. I can't tell who that is from the shot that we're looking at. It looks like they just tap Bali, and that's what starts all the chaos. One little tap is all it takes here at Daytona, and that's what can trigger the reaction. I believe that's a 28. That's going to be Tom Wendt. A slight contact there. Looks like Bali hooks. I believe that's Johnson you mentioned.
Larry Johnson, yeah.
Yeah, the 64, Larry Johnson. Gets hooked there. Innocent bystander just minding his business gets hooked. Plenty of other cars just pile in, just Daytona pack racing, especially for the first couple laps. They're all close together still, so that's definitely going to collect a lot of vehicles.
Campbell getting through with maybe some netcode contact. But his car looks really clean. And I want to, we're talking about Campbell, okay? I want to mention that the very last time the Road and Plate series for the Road and Plate Palm Rat Golf series, not the summer shootout, but the Palm Rat Golf series, season 6, season finale. Dustin Bali was very generous into allowing me to race. Actually, you had the option to as well, and if I do recall, that offer is still out on the table for you, John. For you to go out and race one of these plate races this season. But I want to shout out how upset I am with Ryan Campbell for not pushing me to the win. Instead, he chose to go with Michael Kruger. Mikey and I, we had a photo finish, and unfortunately, but fortunately, my buddy Mikey was able to win. It was a fantastic race. I had a blast in that race, learning some of these guys, how they raced overall. To be on the track with them, we're so used to seeing them up here in the booth, calling them every single week, but it was a blast to be out there. And I can't believe that I finished 3rd in the sprint race and then 2nd in the feature, and an opportunity to win the feature. Mikey and I worked so well together, and then I don't remember, it's been a while, but the last restart, I think I lined up like 9th or something, in a green-white checkered, and I had an opportunity to win the race, which was incredible. These guys are very clean, very competitive. It was some of the scariest plate racing I had ever done, but it was a whole lot of fun, and I'm glad I had the opportunity to do that. Just mad at Campbell for not pushing me to the win.
Yeah, I'm certainly glad that you yourself got to be out there with this field. I look forward to potentially taking my opportunity to be out there with this field. I won't lie, I can't remember exactly what circumstance would have taken place for me to not race that week, but I do remember we set me up with the racing number. We got everything figured out, and something just happened. I believe it was work-related. I want to say it was work-related, but I personally do not remember. If you want to remind me, go ahead, as long as it's nothing.
Yeah, you forgot. You just didn't like us anymore. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm
totally.
kidding. I really, I'm not even sure, honestly. I know you were busy. I do believe it was something like that, and it just
Circumstances, man.
Have your mind on something else. Yeah, absolutely. Life happens. But I thought it was really cool when Dustin said that offer was still on the table for you to be able to race. So it's gonna be. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how you do out there.
Yeah, I'm certainly excited. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for which super speedway I personally want to take on. I can't be too untruthful in the fact that I have not studied our schedule yet, but I'm going to, and I'm going to figure out which one I want to take.
If it makes you feel any better. I wasn't able to get the schedule graphic put up because of all the issues I was having pre-race. So I can't even show the fans at home what the schedule is like. But I can tell you guys, and it's a really awesome schedule graphic that I cannot wait to have next week when we go to Road Atlanta. How about that for race number 2? And then it's going to be Monza for race number 3 without the first chicane. Race number 4, back to the plate style racing, which is going to be at Talladega. Followed by Sebring. That's a really fun track. Indianapolis Motor Speedway Road Course. Going to be the next race after that. That falls on October 16th. And then these guys like to do a little wild card oval. Not a plate style race, but a wild card. And actually, this isn't even going to be an oval. It's going to be a triangle, a tricky one at that. The Legacy Pocono Raceway. Then we're going to head up north to Canada for 2 races to visit Canadian Tire and Circuit. I'm really going to get in trouble for this. Circuit Giles Villeneuve. The Canadian, the track that F1 visits, and then we finish out the season at Daytona. We're getting ready to come back to the green flag.
I believe that's Gilles Villeneuve, but I could be wrong.
I've commentated a race there too. That's the sad thing there.
Oh boy,
field is off turn number 4.
We're gonna get in so much trouble eventually.
Pace car is in. And we are getting ready to come back to the green flag with 11 laps to go here in the sprint race inside the restart zone. McCoy, he's on loud pedal. We're back under green.
You see right there what I was talking about earlier. Leader gets to take the green on that one, choose when to start. He gets out to a big jump, does McCoy. Now his dancing partner is going to get there in the form of Brandon Brush. But you see right there the side draft. That is something that we've learned with these ARCA cars throughout what I would consider an entire season's worth of racing now. Side draft is huge in these cars, and don't be surprised with these plate races if we see wrecks because of side draft. As we look background, that's a red car.
Campbell.
I can't see the number.
Nope, that was not the correct Campbell. Was it the other Campbell?
I believe it might have been the 54.
I think that was Sean Campbell.
It definitely was. You can tell he's slowed off the pace. A lot of drivers trying to get around him. Couple of them coming to pit road. Wonder if we had some penalties under that last caution. Not sure what's going on there.
I'm going to see if that was Sean Campbell. It was a Campbell's car. I know. Yeah, it was Sean. Oof.
Looks like just a push gone wrong there. you're not sure if it's the person pushing or if it's the person being pushed, but just the communication error there. It looked like, if I had to be honest, it looked like Sean was struggling to take the push. Oh, and we see right there that, wow, what happened to the outside line? About 3 or 4 cars that just about killed the wall.
Handling looks like it's fun tonight.
It looks like the first couple races of the Gen 6 era, even though this is the ARCA car.
James Moore, he finds the third line. Brobst is in the sucker hole. Moore.
And that's a lonely place to be right now, but he's got some help. Oh, look
oh
at the
my.
Brian Campbell. Getting tight back there. And even in the background, they're having issues. There's a car off track in the back.
That's Molitor. That is Brian Molitor. Oh my goodness, what is going on right now?
We've got 2 packs separated right now, and we're still having chaos in each of them.
Welcome back, Road and Plate.
And poor Robert Brobst, I believe that's him that slipped all the way back to that second pack. Or no, maybe a car similar to his. I might be wrong. Because that looks like Brobst in the outside lane right there.
Yeah, that is
so there's another yellow car that looks very similar to Robert Brobst that slipped back to that second pack, and they got swallowed. I seen it. Brobst, I mean...
James Moore around! Big wreck! Oh my goodness. Oh, that was... ARCA brake special Evan Hubchak. Oh my goodness.
And we say ARCA brakes, but this is legitimate. These cars just don't stop the way they should. Even with whatever brake bias you put in them, they just don't stop.
And you're not running a very big brake bias here at Daytona. Oh my goodness. The track is blocked, even. I mean, if you're Evan Hubchak, you've got somebody right behind you.
Oh, there was 2 of them that got some of that there. Not just Hubchak, but the other ones kept going.
There's nothing Evan could have done. Not a thing Evan could have done.
Heartbreak for some of these guys early here. And you got to wonder, did any of them already use that fast repair? We know that this league has a fast repair. But if you've already used it, that's your sprint race right there. That's it.
Oh my goodness. I want to...
Who's that yellow car that just snuck through?
Is that the 99, maybe?
I'm not sure. I seen a yellow... It's the car I called out earlier that I mistook for Robert Brobst. They just squeezed right through there.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, right there, past the Hubchak.
Aaron Bray. Aaron Bray.
The 11 of Aaron Bray. This is going to be a ride. I see Hubchak up in front. Wreck's happening. He's still not on the brakes yet. They don't know the wreck's happening. Oh my goodness, you can't see.
Oh my.
Wow.
How?
Evan Hubchak snowplowed for him. That's essentially all I can say. You can't see either. Like that puts in perspective right there what these drivers are seeing. They had no idea how blocked the track was.
I want one more. One more replay. Blimp.
Sitting in that cockpit, I'm so amazed that he did it because, again, you can't see. He has no idea what's going on up ahead of him. He had no idea that the track was blocked the way it was.
Okay. Adam, no context JCTV, okay? These are the ARCA cars. That is the ARCA, or I'm sorry, the Reese's sweet move of the race right there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No kidding. Wow.
Reese's, not sorry. I want Reese's now.
So we try to restack here now. I mean, we're going to have... Lights are still on the pace car. We'll probably go green with about 4 to go, 5 to go. If we stack them this time, it'll be 5 to go when we go green.
4.
So it'll be 4 laps to go when we go green. We've had 2 wrecks already. Both of different circumstance, I will say. That one was a push issue. The one before was a 3 wide issue. So it's not not anything I'd say the drivers are doing other than just, plate racing. But, man, it's just early on here. Welcome back, Road and Plate. So the plate side, it's rearing its head. I mean, it's not a negative shot at all. We come here for the plate racing and the action. That's why we do the plate. But the road side, too, to be able to cross platform, that's what I love about this league. But
oh my goodness,
the plate side is just starting off hot already.
You know what? I know a lot of people are not fans of road racing. I love it. I'm not good at it, but I love it. And being able to commentate a series that is centered around road style racing and plate style racing is absolutely incredible. And these guys put on just fantastic shows every single time. I truly don't know if I have stopped commentating a race like this and been disappointed. And we've been doing this a few seasons now. It's these guys are wonderful. We've had 2 cautions. Ideally, these guys, they pride themselves even when they go to plate style races to not have a whole lot of cautions. I know Dustin holds these guys to a very high standard. It happens. It's part of racing. You got 27 guys starting the race tonight. These guys are going to put on an incredible show no matter where you put them at. But even the Legacy Pocono race. I think Pocono maybe not even be an extremely exciting racetrack anymore. I guarantee you these guys are going to find a way to amaze me.
Well, and last season, watching them tackle the old Atlanta with this car was...
oh, man.
It was awesome.
Yeah. There's been some road courses even where I've just been kind of thinking, I don't know how these guys can put on a great show there. But, we're going to...
there's never a shortage of action with these guys.
There's not. It's just incredible. Even the tracks that I think, I'm not sure about that one, they still deliver. And it is just incredible. I'll tell you what, Sebring is a track that, Sebring is an incredible road course. I'm not so sure how stock cars are going to react on that one, but I am already looking forward to seeing these guys take on Sebring. Oh, we're going to restart with 4 laps to go here, the sprint race.
And we rack them, we stack them, lights are off. Pace car's about to pull in right there. It goes. McCoy's still got the lead. Into the zone we go. McCoy launches. He's got no help right now, though. Labano's actually up on the outside. There's contact between Brooks and Labano on that restart. Labano's still trying to get in. Not going to do it.
How about...
oh, man. I don't think we're done yet, Josh.
Oh, no. But how about Campbell up in 4th place? Mentioned last time we were at a plate race here for the Road and Plate Palm Rat Golf Series. Campbell, actually both the sprint and the feature had the exact same podium. Michael Kruger, Ryan Campbell, and some guy named Josh Copper. Well, obviously, I'm not racing this race. Here. Kruger's not in this race either. I think Campbell, he's looking for that win.
Don't look now. Here comes Sam Stoner up on the outside with help from Daniel Ott. Right now. And, Josh, your dark horse has made her way to the 3rd spot of the top road. Laura Wiseman has found the front.
As always. And actually, Laura Wiseman was involved in that very first yellow. Fast repair, able to save Laura Wiseman. And here we go. We're coming down the back straightaway. 3 laps to go.
I mentioned these cars are moving around a lot. The air tonight, something in the air tonight. These things are moving everywhere.
Oh my goodness!
Just down that back straightaway, a lot. These things should be going in a straight line, and
Yeah.
They are moving all over the place. It looks like a semi under high winds down the back straightaway.
Wind speed is 9 miles an hour too. It's not that high either. There's oh my goodness, some contact in the back. J Bast in the wall. Somebody else I noticed as well. Where's Stay Green?
The 56
Stoner.
I think was flirting with it, but
Oh, contact!
oh, there's contact.
Chuck Lobano gonna go around hard into the inside wall. We stay green. He is off the racing service, but never mind. Caution is out. Big wreck here to finish out the race. I think everybody but Sam Stoner and Daniel Ott involved.
I think you'd be right, judging by... Wow. One other car. More.
Oh, my goodness.
So we were focused on Lobano. What happened up here on track? Oh, my goodness. Just all that shifting I told you about. Look, there's a wreck back there with the 45 happening before all the chaos breaks out.
Well, how in the world did Moore get through that? Okay. Okay.
I think he closed his eyes. If I'm going to be fair, he closed his eyes.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. We need to go into the cockpit. How? How in the world do you avoid this? You're blind. You can't see.
Goes up to the third lane.
Oh, he was involved. He got involved.
Small piece. The smallest piece. But he's going to walk out third.
Is there any fast repairs left? I mean,
I don't think we have a GWC rule in this league, Josh. I think that's the race.
I'm seeing that we have 3 to go. Race was 16 laps. I'm seeing it's extended to 18. I think we do get 1 green-white checkered.
So now that question does become who has one, who doesn't. And if you don't have one, how much did you take? How much of a hit did you just take?
Well, if you're Stoner and Ott, none.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody else, something.
I can see Robert Brobes looks like he's riding a bucking bull right now, so he's got suspension damage, even though his car cosmetically looks fine. His car's kind of bouncing a little bit, or maybe the lights were messing with me, but his car cosmetically looks okay.
I see some damage on the right rear. Yeah.
He's definitely walking a little bit. You can tell by the way he's driving it. It's walking.
Oh, yeah.
So it's got some, and you see right there, there's that fast repair. So Robert Brobes had one.
And he's going to have so much track, like really good track position too. Because of everybody being involved in that.
Looks like, I'm mixing up the Campbells all the time. Ryan Campbell might have had one because he came out right behind him. There's a plethora of cars. I know Hoopchak was just in the middle of that, but we know he doesn't have a fast repair. But Hoopchak, I believe if we go back and look, relatively didn't take any damage, just was stuck in the middle of the parking lot.
His car looks really clean.
Looking at the 44 Mark Royce just ahead of him, Mark Royce has some front-end damage. That's going to affect draft.
I think
every other car there, though, looks pretty straight when you look at fenders.
I think the nose of Sean Campbell is a little caved in. Yeah, on that Ford.
Slight, yeah, that's very slight. That's good. That's a good call, though. That's going to be aero damage. I don't see anything on the 75.
Riding on board from the rear bumper cam of Christopher Logan to kind of see that front nose of Sean Campbell.
Well, and the reason why you point this stuff out is because those are the guys that can probably maintain draft. And with how short we have of the race left, they're not going to blow the engines. And they're not going to have an overheating issue. But those are the guys who can't lead a line until the last second. They're going to have to work and build the run. And you see, I believe one of those, yeah, Mark Royce is going to bring it down. Maybe Mark Royce was listening to us. Who knows? But, you know, those are the guys that can't lead a line right away. They're going to have to wait till the last minute if you're Sean Campbell, you're not going to be able to pull it out of the line until last minute, and you're going to have to be able to build a run and go for it.
Or be like James Moore and just be in the right place at the right time to let the seas part and be very minimal in that.
I was going to say, don't count on James Moore just yet. We've seen that he took a hit to the front end there. I haven't looked at the front end of his car. Can't really tell from this angle. He could have some nose damage, and it looks like he very well might. We did see him take that hit, and we definitely didn't see him come down pit road because we assume he doesn't have a fast repair. He was involved in one of the earlier wrecks.
It's going to be a green-white checkered here. If we do get a caution before the leader takes the white flag, I believe that's going to end the race. I think we only get one attempt here in the Road and Plate Palm Rat Golf Series.
And right there, actually, I do see it. Yeah, James Moore has front end damage. So he, too, I think the only two right now that we know of the top, I'd say 5 to 6 that don't have damage, the two on the front row. But then you look in the back at the guys who just came and got fast repairs. Robert Brobst, Ryan Campbell, and a couple others that are back there. They just came and got their damage fixed or their fast repair. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this shapes out. The mix of damaged and non-damaged cars.
And Stoner is going to have the front row seat here. The pace car is going to come into the safety of pit road. Sam Stoner, Daniel Ott, front row, green flags back out. And how about that?
Great, doesn't get going.
A great jump for that inside line. Now Stoner just needs to hope that Moore can get up to him.
Well,
Great wiggling around the back.
In the right place. That's Ryan Campbell, who we already noted has just came and gotten his damage fixed.
Stoner just really doesn't have a lot of help. Moore is pushing him. Campbell pushes Ott clear.
He's loose, though. You seen that? That was a heavy push. Now you got the two guys that came down and got their fast repairs. That's
oh, my goodness.
So we're jumping out of line.
White flag is waving. They got it. Final lap here in the sprint race. And remember, still more racing action coming up after this.
Still having contact, and there's contact in the back. The 99's around, and that's going to also be Chuck Labano around. Top three nose to tail. Ryan Campbell's got a shot. He needs help, though. Could he help James Moore and hang out Sam Stoner? We're going to see what happens as we go down towards 3 and 4.
Moore makes the move. He tucks back in the line. Now Campbell going to try to make a move. He gets back in the line. Here comes Ott. Ott with no help. Moore, he's going to look to the outside of Stoner. It's going to be a drag race. Stoner is not trying the side draft. He gets, oh my goodness. Moore spins. Stoner leads. It's a drag race. I think Campbell got it.
I think Ryan Campbell just stole. No.
Timing says Daniel Ott.
Ott by 8 1,000ths of a second.
Have you ever?
No, I've never. Oh my goodness, James Moore just turns down a little too early there, but a 4 wide finish practically. And oh my goodness.
Wow.
And of course, we don't get the replay anymore because of warm-up starting. Wow.
Did it just freeze? Okay, no, it's live. Technology. Gotta love it.
So we are under warm-up now. And I believe we're reset on interviews for the year, so I believe that means we can talk to Mr. Daniel Ott.
If he hops into a voice channel. We might not talk to him. But I want to remind you guys, it's been a long time since I've said this, and it's kind of new, so I don't have it memorized anymore. Gonna remind you guys, Palm Rat Golf delivers classic styles in a modern fit that allow you to move seamlessly from the office to the course to hanging with friends and family. Visit palmratgolf.com today to browse their collection of fine golf apparel, including polos, pullovers, pants, and more. That is palmratgolf.com.
Josh, we do have our sprint race winner up there in the interview waiting room. I'm going to go ahead and pull him down here and let you talk to a sprint race winner, one of one for the year.
Daniel Ott, it was a photo finish there for the sprint race win. It was quite a wild one out there. What was it like trying to hang on?
It was just carnage. Just got lucky to get through a couple, I think. It was a mess.
Yeah, it was. We had a big one there at the end. I mean, just so much going on. How hard is it to really stay focused when there is so much chaos going on around you?
It's really tough in these cars. I don't know if it's me or it just seems like everybody's kind of just wandering around the track a little bit. It seems very unstable. Just trying to follow anybody, it's tough. And then you get a run all of a sudden and you're running the guy over.
Well, sponsor shout outs, who gets it done for you?
I don't have any sponsors, privateer, but
All right.
shout out to you guys for doing the broadcast. It's always fun to go back and watch it.
Well, thank you for that, and we're going to let you get back up to it. Good luck in the feature, and maybe we'll talk to you again here in a bit.
Yep, thank you guys.
That was Daniel Ott, winner of the sprint race, and we get ready for the feature.
Reminder for the feature, we are going to take our top 10 and we're going to flip them. So Dan Ott's going to roll off from that 10th position with the invert. And that's actually going to put Brandon Brush on the pole here. But as we mentioned earlier, track position is kind of key with these cars. But the chaos is what changes the way these things play race. And now we're going to do it for a little bit longer of a distance. I believe at least one pit stop should be required here. So we're going to see a little bit of gamesmanship, if you will. I don't think track position's as important now. It's just about survival and being able to pit with somebody if we hit that green flag pit stop.
Yes. Going to be interesting to see what happens tonight for the feature event. And so I'll go ahead and quickly run you through the starting lineup for the feature event. As John said, top 10 got inverted. Everybody else, 11th on to 27th, start where they finished in the sprint race. So on the pole, it is Brandon Brush. Dustin Bowley going to start in second. Derek Fiquette will start third. Jay Bast in fourth. James Moore fifth. Aaron Bray sixth. Christopher Logan seventh. Robert Brobst eighth. Ryan Campbell ninth. And Daniel Ott in 10th. And, well, we'll just go ahead and keep going. 11th is, I believe that's Dakota Reed. Samuel Stoner will start in 12th. Chuck Labano, 13th. Jacob Phillips in 14th. Evan Hoopchak, 15th. Larry Johnson in 16th. Michael McCoy, 17th. Chris Winslow in 18th. 19th, Sean Campbell. Nicholas Nunez will start in 20th. Mark Royce, 21st. Brian Maltor, 22nd. Tom Wendt, 23rd. 24th, Levi Powell. 25th, Matt Slosher. Andrew White, 26th. And Laura Wiseman, 27th. So, John, who is your pick to win?
That's actually really tough because if it wasn't a coin flip before, it's a coin flip now.
That's not a pick.
I know. I don't know that I have one. If I'm being completely honest.
Spin the wheel.
We'll go with Mobile One car, 60. What the heck?
Okay. Derek Fiquette.
Yep. Spun the wheel. That's what we landed on. Mobile One.
You know, I don't think I've gotten one of these right, so whatever name I pick, they're going to scream at me.
But you might as well pick the Sunny D car that's already trying to put it 3 wide.
You know? Yeah.
Who let that man on the front row?
Hopefully he's not paying attention. So I'm not going to say his name, so there's no commentator's jinx, but
Oh, poor Sam Stoner.
he's going to kill me.
Oh no. Sam, I didn't do this. I spun the wheel and I didn't get your name, so you're good.
32 laps make up tonight's feature race here in the Road Plate Palmer Golf Series season opener at Daytona. Daniel Ott with the big sprint race win. And this is going to be an exciting feature. As John mentioned, these drivers will have at least one pit stop for fuel. Tires, I don't think, are going to be required. Pace car is in to the safety of pit road. We are inside the restart zone. The green flag is out. Here we go for the feature at Daytona.
Inside lane looking more organized. Outside lane getting more momentum.
I like that outside line a lot right now, John. Dustin Bally leading it. Jay Bast. He's pushing Bally. I think I really would want Jay Bass pushing me. Oh, trouble!
He's got a car out of line.
That's McCoy.
And there's a bumper gone. One of the Campbells just lost the front bumper. I believe that's got to be Sean.
Jay Bass takes the lead.
And Sean's got no more bumper.
How? What did he do?
He touched somebody.
I'm going to guess McCoy. But how does that warrant a bumper flying off?
No, he's not directly behind McCoy.
Oh,
He bumps the person. Who was that, the 07?
that was Nicholas Nunez.
So Nunez gets McCoy out of shape. And in result, Campbell just minding his own business bumped somebody. I mean, I'm not kidding when I say he touched somebody and his bumper flew off.
Like iRacing physics.
Yeah, at their finest right there. And sadly actually, pan that back. I think I've seen a bumper on Campbell. I think it magically reappeared.
That's not Campbell. Nope.
Nope, never mind. It's still not there. I'm mixing him and Matt Schlosser up because they both got red-ish hoods.
All right, so Brandon Brush, current race leader.
That was an interesting first lap. It's so interesting we talked about it throughout lap 2.
Jay Bass Blast, that's a camera angle right there. Jay Bass Blast. He is in second. Push and Brush. How about Forget?
60 up to the out.
Oh, air brake.
Almost pinches Robert Pro. Boy, we're still not quite clear there, boys. Do not ask me what my voice did there. That was natural reaction. That was wow. That was too close.
Settle down.
Can we breathe?
I think so.
We have 32 laps, boys. Can we breathe? That's, I say that, but I can't complain. That's just the ARCA car. That's what this car provides. It doesn't matter if it's a road course, super speedway. Heck, even intermediates are like this in this car.
Oh, man. Looking at Forget
Oh,
doing that lane blocking. And see brush is all over that back bumper. Oh, Forget. Here comes Bali on the outside.
Yeah, the 60 looks like he's struggling to take the pushes that he's receiving right now. And now he's going to be in charge of pushing the 24.
My.
Oh, boy. I'd wonder if Brandon Brush got the message there because it looked like he bumped the... You're pushing the pusher. You can't do that. Even in these cars, you can't push the pusher.
Here comes Brobst.
And I will say, those who haven't figured out, these cars push really well. But there is, you'll notice, like right there with the 60 and the 24, there's a pocket of air. The front car has to close the distance a little bit. You got to drag that brake a little bit as the lead car and get that distance. Once you get within a certain bubble, then it's on the pusher to make sure that he stays within that bubble. And that's how you get the pushing done. But it's not good for engine temps. You can absolutely push with these things really, really hard, and the engines will heat up like they should have back in the Gen 6 era and back when you do tandem drafting. You got to get air to the nose, but you also got to close up that gap a little bit and be able to push. Right now, the 24 and the 60 are doing all right. I'd like to see the 24 drag the brake just a little bit, drag back to the 60, give the 60 a chance. The 60 is going to get put in the sucker hole, though. He left the bottom open, and the 41 of Brush took every bit of advantage, and everyone's just going to split him. See if anyone decides to pick him up here and maybe make the middle lane as we've got some action in the background. Some drivers hitting the wall.
A lot of them.
60 still continues to fall. He's... He found a gap, but he was all over the place there for a second.
And
yet again, we breathe.
Bali goes up to the top line. Kind of blocked that line from getting any momentum. And here comes Brobst. He goes down to the bottom trying to control this race. Now it's roles reversed. Brobst now having the push from Brush. Bali kind of chasing it up the racetrack as he has Aaron Bray behind him. Laura Wiseman getting out of the apron, backing out of this. Maybe a little bit. Protect the car at all costs.
And I'm watching that 11 of Aaron Bray. Bali keeps leaving the middle open. And he's leaving himself open to get hung out on the high line, which is just not good. And it could happen soon if he's not careful.
Oh, Aaron Bray looking to go around the outside. Somebody hard into the wall, inside wall, I think. That was the 22 of Dakota Reed, who is in the 99. And there's a whole lot of damage to that car.
No caution, single car incident on track. No one else involved. Front steering looks broken. No front bumper, no front clip. There's one car that's way back there. I believe that's Brian Molitor. That's 13 seconds behind.
That is Molitor.
Also, McCoy looks like he's fallen off the pack.
Yes, McCoy is actually just exiting turn 2. These guys are, well, at the start-finish line.
So McCoy, I think, needs a caution. I think he fell off the pack after getting shoved out. Even though he kept it straight, he just got shoved out and lost momentum. And he lost both packs in the back. Which I believe the separated pack, yeah, there's still a couple cars straggling behind. I see Laura Wiseman back there. There's 3 cars, I believe, back there that are just off this pack. One of them being the damaged car of Sean Campbell. And the other one is the 30.
Levi Powell.
I believe, yeah, Levi Powell. That was, I was getting to that name. I just I'm bad with them. And I don't have them in front of me.
Oh my goodness.
Reed is in the grass. I wonder if he had no steering, he didn't make it to pit road.
He is dog tracking that car.
I'd be curious to see a replay of if he just missed pit road there, but we've got action up front. I see Brush, Ropes, and Bass trading position. Yeah, looks like the 99. I'm not sure if we're showing this at home, but it does look like the 99 just missed. Like he couldn't yank it left. Yeah, too much speed. He tried. That's why he was in the grass. Reed's still trying to limp it back to pit road.
That's incredible.
And I gotta commend the effort. You know, you never want to give up till it's over. He's got a fast repair waiting for him if he can just get it in there. And it's probably missing pit road there is going to cost him more now than towing. But if he makes it to pit road there, I think it costs him less time than towing. But he's doing what he has to do. He's staying off the racing surface, and we hope he makes it into pit road. As I believe the pack's getting ready to come up on McCoy. They should be. Oh, the 99's tracking back out to the track.
Oh, my goodness.
Hopefully he makes it down this time. We'll cross our fingers there. He should be. Yes, he gets it slowed down enough. He's going to make it to pit road and get his fast repair. He's now down 2 laps. But, you know, Josh, we've got a lot of racing left. 2 laps down. You're able to make that up.
Yeah, it is possible.
From
it really
here,
is.
Hitting from here, he's in a weird fuel strategy. I don't think he's going to have enough to make it because now not only is he not in the pack, but now he's going to be running probably solo laps. So he's still going to have to make the 1 pit stop for fuel. But there's always hope. It's Daytona. There's always a chance. Right now we're relatively calm. 2 by 2, back about 5 cars deep.
Woo.
5 to 6 cars deep. Front 5, front 4 now. Now it's about to be just front 3. We're single file. We definitely calmed down. Cars are still moving all over the place, but in terms of patience and moves being made, that's what I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing drivers trying to peek out of line. I'm seeing very content drivers just hold their line, ride where they are. And I think we're all racing to this pit stop right now. As I say that, and then there's somebody up in the 3rd lane. I can't tell a number on that car.
Oh, that's the 07 Nicholas Nunez. There's a caution. And
so now we actually set up. McCoy just got that break of a lifetime because he was about to go a lap down. Reed is 3 laps down, but he'll get one of those back here.
Tom went. And Nunez. Oh my goodness.
I'm not sure what happened there. Did the car just step out from Tom Wendt?
It was either that or he didn't realize that there was a car to his outside.
It's kind of hard to tell what's going on there. I don't think Nunez. I don't think Nunez does anything here. Yeah, he's up at the wall and just sits around.
Let's try that again with the car I intended to ride with.
That is.
It's not malicious.
It doesn't look malicious.
No.
His wheel's left, but he's just not left enough. That's. I don't know what to call that.
I don't. That one's got me befuddled.
I think it's just a mental error on the part of Tom Wendt. I think I don't know if spotter called outside or not. I don't even know if he's running a spotter. I know very rare guys that don't run spotters at all in NASCAR because they're dirt guys, but it's possible. Maybe he runs a lot of dirt in his free time and he doesn't have his spotter even enabled. You never quite know, especially with what we've got at our hands here in this sim. But everybody comes down there. This looks like this is the halfway point. I'm not quite sure. We know we can do the 16 because we did that in the sprint. No problem. But I gotta point out a feature that I think most people don't think about with iRacing: the auto fuel. The auto fuel can mess you up here, especially at a super speedway.
Yeah.
I constantly have to remind myself to turn it off. Constantly have to remind myself to make sure that I'm putting enough fuel in there. Give myself the extra laps in case I'm leading a line. Keep that in mind too. Whoever's leading the line is burning the most fuel. So this fuel stop could get funky. But I think it does set the majority of the field up to make it to the end. And I mentioned the 22, a.k.a. the 99 of Reed. He did get his 1 lap back, so he's now 2 down. 2 more cautions without anyone losing the pack would result in him getting those 2 laps back. So he's not out of this yet. So far, the only car laps down is Reed. Mentioned that McCoy was able to get lucky there. Caution comes out just before the pack gets to him. And I mean just. He was about 43 or 45 seconds, I believe I saw, behind the pack. Which I believe lap times here falling right around the 50s, maybe the 51s.
The field is double file. We are going to go green with 15 laps to go.
We are going to rack and stack and run them back again. But now the intensity only picks up from here as we hit the halfway mark. I don't see drivers calming down from here.
No.
I think that kind of just that caution lights the fuse, I think, for what we're about to really see. We're going to see another version of the sprint race. We had a very calm version of what we seen earlier, but now we're getting ready to just, I think, replay it all over again.
Yeah, drivers, they know they're set on fuel, at least should be at this point. It's going to be 15 laps to go in this race here as they cross the line. Oh man, the intensity is high as they are inside the restart zone. And green flag's back out. It's Jay Bast leading us to the green.
Gets himself out to a good jump. Brian Campbell, honestly, good job there, trying to make sure that he keeps up with the 53. Right now, the inside lane looking more organized. He's going to jump up and make the outside lane a little more organized. I believe we're already looking at 3 wide back there as Dan Ott's making his way to the front. We're going to be 3 wide coming out of 2, and it's tight.
3 wide does not work here as well as it does at Talladega, but you still can make it work, and these guys are trying. It's James Moore. You see him moving all over from the middle to the top, back down to the middle. Some contact behind Moore, and that is a result of Moore kind of moving around a bit. Now, He's going to be stuck on the outside as Brobst put the pressure on in the middle.
Yeah, Brobst kind of forced his way there. Got himself to the middle and actually carrying some good momentum there in the middle lane. And all this happening has allowed the top three to kind of just pull away to their own little about half a second lead. You see the breakup of the pack here. Yeah, this is causing a lot of breakup right now. I've seen a lot of guys that are on that bottom lane. Now you see the 7, the 30, the 33 of McCoy, who was out of it just a couple laps ago, is now making his way through by being on the bottom. And something I'm seeing back there that I don't know is worth the risk. I see the 22/99. He's in the pack. He's not racing for anything. I think if I'm him, I want to hang out at the back of this thing. I want the 2 cautions to happen. I don't want to be in the 2 cautions.
Yeah, because, I mean, you wouldn't be able to get your laps back at that point. Right now, the only car any laps down is Dakota Reed in the 22.
The way iRacing works, he could do a bump draft, 0x bump draft, and that still would disqualify him from getting it. Just his strategy that he's going with. My personal opinion is I wouldn't want to go with that strategy. It's too risky from my end. But it's his strategy. It's his race. We're just here to commentate on what we see and what happens.
Here comes Chuck Labano on that outside line. He's got help from Fiquette. Labano going to be even with Bast, and actually now edging ahead of Jay Bast. Oh my, that's tight.
That is very tight. You see drivers trying to follow each other. That's where it can get sketchy. You got to know if you're clear or not. You got to know if you can follow the person you're following, and make sure that you don't put yourself in a bad position. I see some 3 wide. For a second, it looked like 4 wide in the background, but definitely 3 wide. Oh, and it's going to result in contact, and that's right in front of who we were just talking about, who doesn't need to be in it. It's right in front of Reed.
Up front, it seems calm now.
But it's a method of what you and I have talked about before, Josh. It's a rubber band method. We are just, every lap that we get closer to the finish, we're putting more tension on a rubber band, and it's either going to snap or it's going to hold. But we're going to find out what happens.
Right about now, if you are a driver in this race, you're wanting to try to find your way to the front to put yourself in a position. You don't necessarily have to be the leader, but find a way to get to the front, have a good position.
Oh, and the 44 Mark Royce gets hung out there on the outside. Now he's going to fall back behind this group. Going to have to regroup, restack it.
Yeah, he's not getting much of any help at all. How about Dustin Bally going to the outside? He's got nobody. Now he's got somebody.
Paquette's going to hop out there and try to help him. Now he's going to tuck back in a little bit. I think the 44 is looking like he's going to jump out to that third lane. Now Bally has help from the 44. Mark Royce is a little loose up there on the outside lane. Little wall tap.
Ryan Campbell got loose.
Broke's going to jump in front of Bally. Now jump back down in front of the 3 of Andrew White.
If you're Chuck Labano, you're loving this behind you. It's not crazy where you're at just yet, but it's crazy behind you. Try to hold on. Campbell. Maybe a little bit of contact with Brush there for third position. Brush gonna tuck in a line. Does Campbell go high? He peaked, but he stayed. There are 8 laps to go in this race. And Rush, he makes a move to the outside. More Wiseman around. Caution. Oh, Stoner. Stoner involved as well.
Only our second caution for contact so far. And it looks like very minimal cars. You hate to see any cars involved, but I believe it was... That's another weird one there, Josh. Not quite sure who to put that one on, really. I don't think you can put that on Wiseman. She's up in the 3rd lane. Does she come down at all and try to get in front of the 45? No. I from my vantage point, I see the 45 for some reason chases it up. Kind of similar to what Tom Wendt did, just chases it up. And I want to say it's the arrow that might be causing these guys to do this. Because the air is like a sucker. It will pull you in.
I'm wondering. You
A
know,
slight lift there as he got to the bumper. Like he realized it and it was just too late.
the wind is blowing in a weird direction as well. It is blowing
That's definitely going to affect it.
from the west to the east, basically meaning that these guys are dealing with a crosswind during the entire front stretch and back stretch, and in the corners, well, through 3 and 4, it's a headwind in the midpoint of 3 and 4, and a tailwind in the midpoint of 1 and 2. So
they've got a cutting wind coming out of each exit of the corner.
yeah, basically they are fighting the wind every single lap, no matter where at on the track. It's just a continuous fight with the wind. And I think, you know, you've mentioned a couple times about the cars bouncing around as well. Track temp is cool. It's nighttime in sim. It's actually in sim time. It is 12:25 a.m. just after midnight. On a
Daytona 500 2012 vibes.
Yeah. This race did start in sim on May 15th. It is May 16th in sim time, not real life, of course. September. My point of saying all this is the track is very cool. There's going to be a lot of grip. They're not fighting a hot temperature racetrack where the cars are going to be doing nothing but sliding. So, really thinking about it, what other options does that leave? The wind is not too strong. Actually, I don't even know if I said the wind speed, but 8 miles per hour. It's not too strong, but that's still quite a bit. And I think that is really having a factor into why the cars are bouncing around a lot.
Yeah, I would say that cutting wind coming out of the corners, that's definitely going to affect your exit and how the car feels. And that would explain why these guys are, you see the wheel being put into it, and yet the car is still chasing a different direction than what, they're anticipating. So, I mean, you feel bad for Laura Wiseman in that she got pretty much cut there. But that's what happens sometimes with the way the wind is blowing. But I believe that's one of 2 cautions there that 22/99 is going to need.
Yeah, I was going to say your free pass is Reed, Dakota Reed. So, now only 1 lap down. It's going to be 5 laps to go here at the line now. They're going to take 4 to go when they go green. Reed, has an opportunity here. One more caution. As long as Reed does not get involved in any sort of way, that'll put Reed back on the lead lap. And then from there, could gain some positions on a restart. So it is going to be 4 laps to go when we go back green. This time by.
We get ready to stack them and get ready to get going. It's going to be Chuck Labano on the front row, leading them back to the green here. Jay Bass going to be on the outside lane. In the restart zone, green flag's out, and we are rolling. Good start there for Chuck Labano.
Bass got a great restart as well, but gonna need the help.
He's getting to that bumper right now to give that help.
I like that outside line where Jay Bast is at. Let's see. Oh, little bobble! Around goes Chuck Labano! Big wreck!
Huge wreck there.
Oh, man. I think, again, that was the entire field. Dustin Baldy gets by. Oh, my goodness. Just a push gone wrong. Actually, very well could have been pushing the pusher. I don't know if that started from ropes into brush, or if it just kind of was brush pushing Labano a little bit too hard. Either way, it was a push gone wrong. That I do know. That is very unfortunate.
It is certainly unfortunate. Not something you want to, have happening. Especially at this point in the race.
So we are going to have a green-white checkered here to finish out this race. And just want to remind you that Palm Rat Golf delivers classic styles in a modern fit that allow you to move seamlessly from the office to the course to hanging with friends and family. Visit palmratgolf.com today to browse their collection of fine golf apparel, including polos, pullovers, pants, and more. That is palmratgolf.com. And we thank Evan Hoopchak for everything he does to support Road and Plate with the Palm Rat Golf brand. Avenue Chuck having a night that he'd just like to get away from and bring on Road Atlanta.
Evan Hoobjack currently on track still. I think he's back in the... He just crossed the line, so I'll wait for the UI to update, but it is showing him in P18 on my end. Car does look better than some others. Does clearly show that he does not have a fast repair left, or he's saving it in case there is one more caution. Unsure.
Yeah.
And we are going to get our one attempt at an overtime here.
I think they're going to get the 1 to green this time by.
So we're either going to get to the checkered flag or the caution flag, whichever falls first. Leader, when we get either of those, will be your winner. Current leader is going to be Jay Bast, followed by Brandon Brush, Robert Ropes, Dustin Bawley, James Moore, Mark Royce. And a driver I feel like we have not talked about since he put it, I believe, on the front row. Matt Schlosser, up in 7th. I feel like we have not said his name at all tonight since he was on pole.
Yeah, I think you're right. Now, I just, I want to remind you guys, and I'm not saying it to brag. I truly am saying it because it is possible. And, like I was talking about earlier, in the race that I did here last season, season 6, it was at Talladega. I'm pretty sure I restarted like 9th with the green-white checkered and was able to bring it home in 2nd place, fighting side by side in a photo finish for the win. The reason I say that is because, you think, okay, if you're Nunez or even Slosher, and it's 7th, Stoner 10th, you're out of it. No, that is not at all the case. If things happen in a way that you could put yourself in position to avoid, and we stay green, you still have a shot to win this race, no matter where you are at. John and I have both seen some crazy things in iRacing that have had people from deep in the pack claim a win at Daytona, Talladega. And I think tonight could be no different, and we're about to find out as the pace car is making its way to the safety of pit road. Jay Bass, inside the restart zone, green flag. Here we go. 2 to go at Daytona.
Jay Bass out to a decent jump there. He gets ahead of both lanes, has his choice of which lane he wants. Looks like the outside's gonna be getting the momentum off the corner. Dustin Bawley tucked in really good there behind Brandon Brush. Gotta watch out with those corner exits though, because we talked about the crosswind coming over there. And there you see some of the shuffling as they go down the straightaway.
Like that outside line, but right here through the corner, this inside line is going to prevail. Bass needs to do something here. He stays on the bottom. Really trusting the push from Brobst, which so far is working. White flag is out. We're not going to have this race end under yellow.
White flag's out. Race is official. We will get the checkered flag. Just how many cars are we going to cross the line with here?
Jay Bast has the opportunity to go to any lane he wants to try to block. The bottom is going to have the momentum. James Moore gonna have a shot to Brobst. That puts Brobst right up there with Bass. Now, if Brobst tries to make a move, Bass is gonna have to defend. Brobst does go to the outside. Drivers scrambling around.
Momentum.
Where does Moore go? He stays with Bass. Brush gonna try to push Brobst.
No, he's not. He's going to try to
No,
go for it
they're
himself.
gonna wreck.
I'm going to crash.
It's-
Brobst is going in this race. They all
Oh
crash.
my goodness. And how about Powell in second? How about that for Levi Powell to get second? James Moore gonna get third. But Robert Brobst, the seas parted. Well, I mean, he was already up front. So, actually, they kind of closed in behind him. But it was enough to allow Robert Brobst to take the race win in the season opener here at Daytona.
That was an insane finish. Robert Brobst, Levi Powell, James Moore. Really, I mean, the only three that crossed the line. I mean, James Moore was in the middle of the wreck, but the only three that crossed the line straight, I think. I believe Mark Royce was sliding through the grass, finishes fourth. Wiseman in the middle of it. Stoner middle of it. Christopher Logan middle of it. The rest of our top 10 besides our top 3 are practically in that wreck.
Robert Brobst, he's going camping. Into the Western Horseshoe, or at least just before the Western Horseshoe.
Well, this is the road and plate league, so maybe getting some testing in for the next time we come to the Daytona road course.
Oh my
and
goodness.
hit the jump.
All right.
Sick trick, bro. Oh, we have officially seen an ARCA car do I think that was a 4-wheel jump. And it landed it without flipping.
You know, there is an airport right on the back stretch here at Daytona. Just behind it.
I vote we do, for next season's random race, I vote we do rally ARCA cars. After seeing that.
Irwindale figure 8 with the jump.
Yeah, that too. Dirt jump or like just a regular ramp?
I don't think it's. I think it's just a regular ramp.
Okay. Actually, I'm looking at his car now. I think he did damage the rear end a little bit. It was the front tires were on the ground and the rear was not, unless my screen was tripping. Either way, I guess run down our finishing order, Josh, if we have it.
Yeah.
I think that's where we're heading.
Yep. Let's go ahead and take a look at the unofficial race results. And it is Robert Brobst with the race win. Levi Powell coming home in second. James Moore brings it home in third. Laura Wiseman in fourth. Samuel Stoner in fifth. My pick to win got a top 5. Christopher Logan in sixth. Brandon Brush 7th, Andrew White 8th, Matt Slosher 9th, and Larry Johnson brings it home in 10th position.
11th, and honestly, a decent recovery for how the race started is going to be Michael McCoy. Brian Molitor, who I felt like we didn't talk about all night, brings it home a very quiet 12th place. 13th is going to be Aaron Bray. 14th, Chris Winslow. Jay Bast is going to finish 15th. 16th going to go to Derek Fiquette. 17th, Ryan Campbell. 19th. 17th, Ryan Campbell. 18th, Nicholas Nunez. Daniel Ott in 19th. And 20th is going to go to Evan Hubchak. And finishing up your field, 24th or 21st is going to be the 24 of Dustin Bally. 22nd, Chuck Labano. 23rd going to be Mark Royce. 24th, Dakota Reed. 25th, Tom Wendt. 26th, Jacob Phillips. And 27th, Sean Campbell. And I believe we do have our top 3 up in our waiting room. So, Josh, I believe you've caught up with our 3rd place finisher of James Moore. if I could hit the right buttons.
There we
Now
go.
we have him. James Moore, it was a third place finish for you
Yeah.
tonight. Quite the wild one out there with
Yeah.
cars moving around a lot. I talked with John a little bit about the temperatures being low, but some of the wind being high. How was the feeling out there tonight?
Sketchy. A lot of people, a lot of varying skill levels, I would say, plays into that a lot. I mean, it seemed like no matter what move you made, you were going to get behind someone that didn't quite know what they were doing. It was just a real sketchy race. I hope that feature was as fun for you guys to watch, though, as it was for us to ride. That was crazy.
It was really fun up in the booth, and kind of made me wish I was out there racing with you guys again. Less stressful up here, though. I will say that.
I can imagine that. Yeah, that makes sense. I haven't checked my watch yet, but my heart rate was pretty up there that entire time, man.
I can only imagine
Oh
after doing that race at Talladega with you guys to end
yeah,
season
yeah,
6.
yeah. So you know how wild this stuff gets.
Yes. So it was a third
I'll be there
place
soon.
finish.
Don't worry.
It was a third place finish, like we talked about. The entire field pretty much wrecked there at the end. So how was it to try to bring it home in third after all that carnage?
I mean, I was just excited that I survived that one. I felt like I made the right move in the heat to win, but Ryan Campbell there got the run of the gods coming off of 4 in the heat to push Sam just enough to spin me. I was a little upset about that. So to actually finish this one, I also felt like I made the winning move in this race, getting to the inside of Jay. I thought I had it there, but I got him loose and he zigged when he should have zagged. I wanted him to go up the track and wreck Robert, but instead he went down the track and wrecked me, so I lost all my steam. Still brought home third, which is impressive in my opinion, but not quite what we're looking for. We're gonna get one this year. I'm confident that this season I'm gonna win a plate race.
Got a few other opportunities to do it. Sponsor shout outs. Who gets it done for you?
let's shout out my lovely fiance Sarah. I'm sure she's watching right now. My buddy Megan is watching right now. Shout out to both of you. Got a podcast dropping here sometime in the next I want to say month and a half. Me and my friend Megan. It's called Undercut and Overheard. Will be on every social channel that you can possibly think of. Shout out Tom Went for creating me a beautiful number 12 Ford Mustang that I was able to hopefully get on screen enough tonight to show off just how freaking gorgeous it was, because he absolutely knocked that one out of the park. And once again, shout out you guys for everything you do. Thank you guys for being here. Shout out Palm Rat Golf for paying for you guys to be here. Hope everyone has a great week, and I'm really looking forward to this season. I think it's going to be a good one.
All right. Congrats on the third place finish, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, gentlemen.
And that was James Moore, our third place finisher. John, I believe you have Levi Powell. Okay.
Indeed, I do. And Levi, you had the run of a lifetime there as the C's just part. I know it's probably something where you probably wish you were one position better. Somebody else just beat you to the line. But, man, second place from I couldn't even tell where you were at the time. Has to feel really good there. Walk us through that finish. Walk us through the entire race and how the night felt to you with cars that looked sketchy out there.
Yeah, 12th to 2nd. I will take that. I'm okay with not getting the win because I wasn't expecting to get where I was. The car, I mean, honestly, the car felt fine. These cars you get a really good run in draft, and then the checkups just feel so bad. But I spent most of the feature in the back and was just watching everybody else crash in front of me and was just hoping to survive. So, yeah, I don't know how I made it through all that. I just picked a line and kept it pinned. As they say, oh my God dang it. As they say, I'm not lifting until I see God or the checkered flag.
You certainly found your checkered flag here tonight, and when most of the field, we look back, you, James, and Robert are the three that made it through straight. We're pretty sure the rest of the top 10 was in some form of sideways or checked up coming across the line. So you guys were the only three that made it through completely straight. Absolute carnage there. Talk to us about the racing overall, what you thought of it. We do have, the weather forecast. You guys were dealing with a crosswind pretty much down the back and the front straightaway and a cutting wind coming out of the corners. We noticed 2 incidents tonight of drivers just seemingly, they were turning left and the car still went right and they had left hooked a couple drivers. Did you feel any of that tonight from inside your cockpit?
I did actually feel that a little bit in the sprint when we would go 3 wide, but I was thinking that was just the air coming off of the car on the right, and all of a sudden my car wanted to jerk to the right. So I did feel a little bit of that. I didn't even look at the winds or nothing. But yeah, there was some times there where those times where we got 3 wide and somebody came flying up on your right side, you could feel them coming. And it would pull you to the right a little bit. I think I accidentally blocked off Jay Bast at one point because I slid up to the right a little, and I feel bad for it. It wasn't intentional at all, but yeah, just coming through it wanted to pull right here and there. But for the most part, it felt pretty stable, I think.
Yeah, the racing was pretty much off the charts because of it. The side draft is always really big in these ARCA cars, but I think you guys definitely had the wind messing with you even more so tonight because we noticed it right away that the cars were just moving around a lot. Last thing we will document with you before we head on out for our race winner. Who helps get it done behind the 30 machine? Any sponsors, shout outs, supporters, family members? Who helps you get it done?
No sponsors for me, but I would like to shout out Dustin for continuing to put this league on, and Palm Rat Golf for continuing to sponsor us and foot the bill. This league is fun, and I took a break for a while there, but I'm glad I'm back.
Well, we welcome you back to the league. We hope tonight doesn't scare you off too much. It was definitely a wild one. And we are going to let you go celebrate that second place finish, and we hope you have a great night.
All right. Thank you. You too, guys.
That was your second place finisher. And Josh, you are in victory lane with a very happy race winner. And as I've been seeing in chat, wreck 'em to win 'em, Mr. Robert Burbst.
Excuse me, Robert. It was it was a race win for you here tonight. A great way to start off the season, and that's by taking the checkered flag in P1. So it was wild out there. How'd you get it done?
I might have wrecked the whole field by accident and taken it away. I'm not sure. I've been studying it ever since the checkered flag on the replay, and it's yeah. But otherwise, I followed my normal try to keep myself in the front of the field strategy that I do, and try to stay out of trouble. But I might have killed the field there. I'm not sure.
Well, there was a pretty big wreck there to finish out the race. This race, though, it was pretty wild at times. Got a little bit calm during the mid portion of the race, right after the green flag flew at the halfway point. But overall, how hard was it to stay focused throughout it all, with just the aggressive driving all around?
The nerves were very high with that aggressive driving. I got to tell you, I had a big grin on my face because it was just insane that we hadn't wrecked. Someone would make a iffy move, and then we'd all of a sudden be 3 wide, and nobody wants to be 3 wide inside of this pack. It's a little sketchy to say the least, and whew, going through the middle a couple times like I did, it didn't make me happy. I tell you what, I might have to be in a UPS car next time so I can wear my brown pants proudly.
Oh man, yeah, going through that middle, get stuck in the sucker hole. It is tough. Try and work your way back up to the front. But overall, I mean, it was a race that had you taking the checkered flag. Sponsor shout outs. Who gets it done for that winning number 5 machine?
I mean, the big one when it comes to Road and Plate Series is obviously Palm Rat Golf. You know, you guys, they allow everybody to have free entry. They pay for all the broadcasts and sessions. They fund this league basically with their sponsorship package. So if you guys hit palmratgolf.com, I think is their website. They have golf accessories. You know, they got really nice polos with Palm Rat Golf logos. I think some guys have gotten some polos that have the Road and Plate logo embroidered as well as the Palm Rat Golf logo. I think that's a special order. You'd have to get a hold of like Evan Hubchak here, who's the representative for that company and the server and in the races. You know, the 7 car. Otherwise, you know, Old Bay is the car that I run. You know, I'm from Maryland. You put that on everything. It's just how it is. It's a seasoning. It's delicious. I recommend it. It's a little salty for my taste sometimes. And then my own RB Designs paint scheme and iRacing wraps, which I didn't really try very hard to put this scheme together on my own car, but I do pretty good for other people usually.
All right. Well, congrats on the big win. Great way to start out the season, and that is by taking the first win of the season. So
Yep.
We'll see you next time out.
Interested to see if I get penalized afterwards. We'll see what admin decide on that one.
We'll keep our eye out on that.
All right.
But,
You boys have a good night.
you as well.
And
Thank you.
everybody at home as well, obviously.
Yes, absolutely. That was Robert Brobst, your race winner tonight here from Daytona.
And Josh, what a race we were really treated to tonight. It was kind of crazy how, you know, the sprint race started off right away. We made it one singular lap, and then we opened up with a caution. But I really liked the beginning of this feature. And, you know, we went to halfway, no cautions, finally had our first incident for caution. And like we had predicted, that ramped up the intensity a little bit of the drivers. But they still did a really good job. It was not a total wreck fest. Obviously, at the end, we had the one big wreck where we thought everyone was out. And then we wrecked the rest of them pretty much coming to the finish. So it had its chaos, but it also had some good points. And I think it's something for this league to fully build on as we go into our second season here with the ARCA car.
Yeah, it's. I'm looking forward to seeing how things are going to go this season. Some really great track selections coming up. I think next week is going to be a ton of fun. I actually will not be here next week, but I'm still looking forward to seeing how the race plays out at Road Atlanta. It should be really fun. Daytona did not disappoint. It was a fantastic race, as always, for these guys here in the Road and Plate Palm Rat Golf Series. But I think that's going to do it from us here tonight. Saturday night, it is the BSR Grid Network Truck Series. They are taking on Richmond Raceway. And that's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And then, of course, next week, 1 week from tonight, will be Road Atlanta. Right here on JCTV. Same place, same time. And we look forward to bringing that one to you. So, on behalf of the entire outstanding crew at JCTV, and Jonathan Canfield, thank you as always for everything you do. I am Joshua Copernell, signing off, saying so long, stay safe, and we will see you next time. Take care.